This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good thing to do. Okay. Um, so let me connect that unit to the web GUI. Bring some cable here.
Hello. I
This conference will now be recorded.
So if I open up the so if you look at you can see the screen, yeah.
it's not. You have to zoom out more. Yeah, now it is. Now it
Is
is
it okay
visible.
now? Okay. So
Yes.
Dolby Atmos, this is a hardware base.
Okay.
So this will require obviously hardware. And then SIMT 2110, this is also a hardware. So this is a SFP as a so this type of SFP basically it will require. So that's a hardware as well. And then 23226, yes, it's a hardware. 2110, it's a hardware. 12G STI fiber is also SFP like this, so it's a hardware. STI is obviously this one here, so that's a hardware as well. So apart from hardware, obviously you will need a license as well on the unit. But that's a hardware, and then
So
yeah.
all these hardware comes with unit, and you need a license to activate them, or like if you give the order, then only you provide that hardware inbuilt in your unit.
Yeah, so when you order, you have to order the option, and then the license and these hardware will come with it. But for example, if you order later, after the customer has purchased the main unit, and after that they want, for example, SIMT 2110. So then they will buy the SIMT 2110 option. We will ship them this hardware, this one actually, and then we will provide them with a key. So they have to input the key and then the hardware itself.
So, could you please explain how to install? Suppose if my customer forget to order some SFP,
Yeah.
and he give a reorder for that SFP. So we will deliver that SFP to them, but
Yeah.
how will I tell them how to like install that SFP in the main unit?
Yeah.
Is
As
it
a
like you
install,
have to open it is you have to open the whole unit and then you have to install it, or it's just a plug and play unit?
it's a
So you just have to.
It's just a
it's
plug
a
and play.
it's a plug and play. So let me show you physically. So for example, they have ordered this SFP, and then this is the unit here. So that's the SFP slot here. You see. Let me see that. So that's the SFP slot. So you just plug in here. That's it. That's all.
Okay.
You don't have to open any unit. Just plug in the SFP here, and that's it. The other thing you have to do is the license.
Yes.
License is installed via the web GUI. Later on, when we connect that web GUI, I'll show you. So that's only 2-minute job actually. There will be some keys you enter for the SIM 2110 option, and enter the license, and then install this. That's all. You don't have to open. So for the only time when you open the unit is for the Dolby Atmos. If, for example, customer has ordered 12 ESTI without Dolby Atmos, and then later on they order the Dolby Atmos. So Dolby Atmos is a hardware actually that will go into the main unit. So that is only time you have to open the unit.
Do you have any picture of Dolby Atmos hardware unit?
I can find actually how it looks. I think I have somewhere. I can note it here actually. That how to install that. Yeah, so I can send you some information. So that's the only time. Otherwise, for the SIM 2110, 2022, 2110, STI Faber, STI output, HTM output, they're all SFP. Just plug in and install the license. Same for the IM Video 2. For the IM Video 2, the AES. As you can see at the back of the IM Video 2, IM Audio, and IM Mix. Let me open the data sheet for the IM Mix, for example, here. Yeah, it's already open. So as you can see this AES input here. It has a BNC, and then you also have analog inputs. So the connect, and also you have the MADI connectors are already there on the unit. So if we go back to the price list again, so analog, the connector is already there actually. So you don't have to, there is no hardware. It's just software. It's just a license. So analog, in fact, analog input comes standard on the IM Mix, IM Audio, and IM Video units. And you can see that. You see here, included as standard with IM Video or IM Mix or IM Audio. It will be mentioned according with each unit. So that comes at a standard analog inputs. Now for the AES input, the connectors are already there. You just have to install the license. So when you order, we'll just send you the license, and that's it. For the MADI as well, no hardware. It's already on the unit. We'll just send you the license key. That's it. For the Dolby, same. It's a hardware to be installed inside the unit. Have to open up the cover. For the Dante, again, it's a hardware which actually will go inside the unit. it's a piece of hardware actually. So you will need the hardware plus the licenses. For Ravenna, it's the same thing. It's a hardware that goes onto the motherboard and to be installed. MPEG option, it's already there on the unit. Nothing, no hardware. It's just the option, and it will be installed onto the unit. Again, this multi-mode and single mode fiber. This is just it's a hardware plus software. So basically SFP, and then you have a license. STI again same, because this is also same for the IM video, IM mix, for the all IM range. Basically, this is standard SFP. STI fiber is SFP. STI dual input is SFP. So SFP plus license. Again, same 2202 2110 HTM output. So they're all same. For the IM mix options, also analog AES is already installed on the unit, you just need the license. Analog is included. You will see here. See, it says with all IM mix, IM audio, it's already included as standard. So analog is included with almost all IM units. And MADI is again this is MADI over the BNC. So this is the hardware is already installed at the back. We have a connector. You just need a license. MADI same. You just need a license. Dolby is a hardware plus license. Dante is a hardware plus license. Ravenna is hardware plus license. Output routing output is actually this is just a software license. That's a feature basically for the IM mix, which means that basically you can route any of the inputs. For example, you can route from SIM to 2110 or multiple SIM to 2110 MADI inputs and output to the analog. So and mix them up and output to analog output. So this is a feature basically available for the IM mix units only, and that's just the software. You just need a software license. Again, multi-mode fiber is SFP plus license. This is also SFP per license. STI SFP per license. This is also a SFP plus license. 2110 same. So basically, that's some of them will just require SFPs are very easy, just plug in. The only hardware and you have to open the unit for is for the Dolby and Dante and Ravenna. These three are the options when you will require the unit to open the unit and install. Any other SFP based anything for the SFP is already mentioned. You see, small factor plug SFP that does not require any of the to open the unit.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
Yeah, like these SFPs are come with a plug and play unit plus a license. So same SFP can be used in multiple main units or not?
Yeah, that's a good question, and I think that question is related to the reliance that they have asked. So, although this SFP, the SIM-T 2110 is an option that can be used on IM mix, can be used on IM audio, can be used on IM video, can be used on 12G STI. All of them can use this option. However, the license is issued based on the serial number of the unit. So although you may have SFP available, but that SFP can only be used on the unit which has a license. Is that clear?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So so you see, in a case of Reliance, they wanted to use 12 years. They want to buy only one SIM 2110, and maybe sometimes they use it on the 12 years TI, and sometimes they use IM video. But the problem is the license will be issued only for one unit based on the serial number they purchased for. So that license is only be used on that unit, not on the other one. So even though they can take the SFP and plug into the other unit, but if it does not have a license, they cannot use it.
So, like we suppose if we have to reorder any new SFP, we have to mention the serial number of main unit.
Correct. Yeah, the license is issued based on the serial number of the unit.
Okay, thank you. Proceed with the like web GUI.
Go, yeah, let me proceed with that. So I have connected the unit here, and let me see. So first thing you need to see is the serial number of the unit, which is actually in the front, and it's in the system information. So on the system information, you will see that this is a serial IP address of the unit here on the system information. So that's what you need actually. So my unit is 169.254. So if I open up my control panel, so I need to select my, so because it's a 169.254 1. The unit IP is 169.254.148. So I'll just say 100. So that's the, so once I set that, I just open up my browser, and I type in 169.254.148. So that opens up the GUI. So that's the GUI basically. And now in the dashboard, when you have a preset, we will try to create a preset, then you will see all the presets here, and you can recall them from here as well. So I'll just quickly go through each tab, what they are. So preset management is actually, this is how you create the preset. I will go through and create one later, but this is how to create the presets here. And then system setup is where you see all the information about the unit, what is installed there. So this is about a unit, what is the software version installed on it, and these are the actually motherboard versions. This might be required in case of support and things like that. What version you have, what hardware version you have, what options you have, the unit serial number. This is also mentioned in the front of the unit as well, but it mentions here with system IP address and what is the unit name and things like that. So that's the basic. And then this is where the SFP information is. So in slot 1, I don't have anything basically installed any SFPs in this unit. So SFPs, it does not show any information about the SFP here. But if I try to plug one in, so if I try to plug one in there, so make sure when you plug the SFP in, you have to actually power it off, the unit, and then plug it in. So I just plugged it in right now. The unit is restarting now. So while the unit is starting, actually you see that there's a red LED somewhere here. So until this is green like this, it means the unit is booting. So if it is red or yellow, the unit is still booting. So don't do anything until this becomes green. So now it has, I try to refresh this. And SFP, so in slot, okay, I think it has, if I plug in this. Anyway, it will actually show. Maybe for this is a Madi SFP. I had it. Maybe it's not functioning or something. I can't see any details on that, but it will actually show detail for each SFP when it is there. For example, SIMT 2110 SFP, if it is installed, it will show you the IP address of the SIMT 2110, which is important because when you want to connect to any network, then it will you will require to have the IP address of the SIMT 2110. So that information will be shown on here. Right now, I don't have any SIMT 21 SFP. It's actually on the demo on site right now. So I can't use that, but it will show you all the details of the SFP installed. So that's where it will it will show you the SFP information, including the IP address of the SFP. The next one is the license. So this is where you see this is my demo unit. So it has all the possible licenses installed on the unit. Otherwise, on the customer unit, some of them will be blank. So, for example, 2110. If somebody ordered later, then we will provide you with this information. and then the SFP itself, and then you will be able to actually install. Just install this one here. Just click here, input and save. So that basically this is how to install the license on the unit. So that is the system setup, and then on the management IP. So this is the management IP of the unit. And you can change obviously according to the network you are installing in. So this information all can be changed to put the unit into the network. And then the system preferences. System preferences has this some of the loudness, so because there are different types of loudness monitoring, like ITU 1770, which is the standard for the US, EBU R128 for loudness monitoring of the I think it's a European standard, and almost in the Asia Pacific been used this EBU standard as well. And this is R128. This is I think for the Japanese loudness monitoring standard. So you select which audio loudness you want to monitor, and then the range and things like that. So that's the loudness information, and this is for the phase, which which audio pair you want to monitor the phase metering for the unit. So that's some kind of configuration information, and then this is a system. Basically, if you want to get the unit to factory reset. So this will basically erase all your presets and everything and make the unit to a factory reset. And then obviously this is a reboot, so system reboot. So let's go to the preset management. And here I want to give maybe I want to monitor the STI source because that's the only source I have right now. So maybe 12G STI. So group means that it's for example, it's the group name could be like if you have multiple sources, group name could be IP. So then under the IP, you have preset name is SIM22110, or you have a mix of SIM22110, 12GSTI, and AES and things like that. You can give it like a mix name, whatever preset name is actually dependent, whatever name they wanted to give it. This group and preset is actually this concept came from MPEG transport stream monitoring, because for example, if you have one transport stream with multiple audios, you might have one transport stream with different language audio, maybe Japanese, Hindi, English, and other type of languages. So group will be actually the transport stream name. Maybe it's for example, it's any documentary or something like that. And then the preset mix is the name of the preset of a language. So you're calling it BBC documentary, and preset name is English. So it means you're monitoring English audio. So you can record that preset. Then BBC documentary, Japanese, so it means you are monitoring the Japanese language. So this group concept came from the MPEG transport monitoring with multiple language. This was actually a request from a specific customer. But here I will, so for simplicity, I'll just use 12 GSTI, and just I'll use it as an example. 16 channel, whatever. So that's the name, and then here you come and select, okay, I want to monitor which channel, but in this case I will say autofill. Autofill means that I'm monitoring all 16 channels at the same time. And here is the concept of mix. If I reset this and just explaining how to monitor the mix of the mix sources. So, for example, slot 1, although in this unit I have only 12 ESTI, I don't have any other source at the moment. But just to show you an example, if I select this one here, this is slot 1 and BMC, and I'm monitoring this 4 channel from that source. It could be, for example, 12 GSTI. Then in slot 2, it's, for example, it's AES input. So I'm monitoring 4 from AES input. And then if I have, something on the SFP slot, it will be visible. Right now, it is not shown because I only have a 12 GSTI input. But this is the concept. You select. This is the input part, and this is the output part. This is how you select the multi-source, multiple monitoring from the multiple inputs. Maybe 4 channel from the SIM2110, the next 4 channel from AES input, the next 4 channel from analog input, and so forth. And you just save this preset, and that's how you create the different type of pieces from the input. But now, right now, I have only from 12 ESTI, so I'll just reset this. And from slot 1, input 1, basically, the BNC input 1, and I select all autofill, so I'm monitoring all 16 channels from there, and I just save and apply this. So now I'm monitoring. So if I recall, plug in it, and just plug back my source here. So let me show you this preset that I have created on the unit itself. So see now, if I go into the menu now and select all presets, you see there is, I don't know how clear you can see, but there is a preset. It's called 12 GSTI preset. Yeah, let me create another one. You'll see, clarify this. So if I create another one, this one I will call it, for example, AES mix. So now I should have, see on the unit itself, now I have in the preset, on preset. So now I have two presets here. One is a 12 GSTI and one is a mix. So that's how then you can go back and from the unit you can recall different types of inputs. So that's how the unit is. So this is how to create the presets. Unfortunately, I have only one source here, so I can't show recalling different type of preset. But this is how to create the preset. If you have, when you have the multiple source installed at in the unit, you will see it here, and then you can select from which one you want to monitor audio from which source mix. And if I go to dashboard now, you see I have the two SFPs. So you will see that if I click this one and recall, the unit will be, I'm switching on the unit itself here as well, recall, so I'm switching on the unit. So it means these are the ones that basically you go to the dashboard. So somebody sitting somewhere in the on the they could be sitting anywhere and switching the inputs of the unit from their desks, via the web GUI. And the same thing, they could be switching on from the unit front panel as well. So this is how to create preset and present it on the recall it. And as I discussed before, if somebody wants to do this from their own control system and create and recall the inputs from their own control system, then we have API, third-party API that they can use actually. We can give them that API and they can create their own interface as well. So this is the wraps up the the web GUI of the unit here. Any questions on the web GUI?
To connect this web GUI over remote location,
Yeah.
so we have to required a separate item, or we can directly connect this unit with like it has some LAN connection or something, internet connection.
Well, that is basically that's similar to anything on the network. You have to give them an open IP address, basically, which will be accessible to the outside world, and that's how you will be able to actually access this from the outside. So it means this IP address 169.254.1.148. This you have to open up the IP basically on the internet. That's the IT thing actually. they have to give this IP and open access to the outside world, and then you can access it from anywhere you want.
Okay, so you don't require any other network management system.
No, we don't require any other management system. Basically, they have to they have to give an IP address which is accessible to the outside world. They can have one actually in the network if they want to access the unit from the outside of the network, and then basically they can allow this unit to go out of their network. As you can see the management here, so all these gateway address and IP mask and everything, this one according to their network, they can set it up and allow this address to be broadcast out of their network, and then they can access it outside. Also, you can access this unit from the, for example, from the any smartphone as well. So, for example, at the back of the unit, you have the management port. So that management port, you can connect it to a wireless router and set up your wireless router accordingly, and then from the smartphone you connect to that whatever your wireless setup is. Once you are connected to the wireless router, then you can enter the IP address of the unit in the browser, any Chrome browser or anything, basically in the smartphone application, and then basically you can access this unit from the smartphone as well. Sometimes like for the OB trucks, some of our customers use to create presets because in the OB truck there is not much room to sit or stand and things like that. So the operator actually will go out of the unit and create all these presets by using the smartphone application. It doesn't require any application. Basically, you just open up the browser, the Chrome browser or anything. So that's another thing. Basically, customer can use it from and control it from the smartphone as well.
Yeah, but that you have to be on same network or same Wi-Fi connection. Then only you can do that. You cannot control. That is only possible when you like your mobile phone and your unit is on same Wi-Fi network or from same router network. Then only it will be possible. Otherwise, it will not possible.
Correct. Yeah, that's very correct. You have to connect this unit to that router as well. Then you are able to connect it. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, this wraps up the.
Before wrapping up, I am very sorry that I forgot to introduce with my team. The Anil Kumar is from pre-sale technical, and Anil Pal is also from pre-sales technical, and I am Pradeep Kumar from sales. So that I forget to introduce. We both starting the webinar.
Thank you, and actually I had little introduction from Karanji who will be attending, but it is a nice meeting you all.
Yeah. Before wrapping up, I need to ask from Anil Kumar and Anil Pal, if you have any queries, please ask, because Azamji is very busy man and it is very difficult to get this opportunity again. So if you have any query, you can ask it now.
Yeah, sure.
Ajamji, can you explain some advantages of Wohler units than other brand units, monitoring units?
That's a good question. In terms of the IM12 GSTI, at the moment we don't have much competition from. There are some units that can monitor 12 GSTI, but they only can do 12 GSTI. They cannot do the IP SIMT21. There are some Korean units, but they only do 12 GSTI. They can't do SIMT2110 and IP, which is important now. TSL, they don't do 12 GSTI and Dolby Atmos. So that's an advantage to us at this moment. We have actually sold 100 units just last week of IM12 GSTI into Fox networks in the US. And we had a TSL competition there as well, but they don't do Dolby Atmos and the 12 GSTI right now. So we had advantage there. So on the 12G IM12 GSTI, I think we have right now for some time advantage that you can sell these units against other competitions based on the support of 12 GSTI and SIMT2110 and Dolby Atmos in a single unit. On the IM video also is a unique unit because no competition in this area of 2RU rack mount monitoring that provides audio monitor, video monitor with impact transport stream and SIMT2110 and all other base page signal into a single unit. So that's also an advantage that we can sell. Until any competition comes, we can sell these units as fast as we can. On the audio, on the audio side, there could be other competitions, but one thing is that customers who want to monitor, for example, SPI signals with SIMT2110 and Ravenna IP. These are the things that we are in advantage. Other competition, they may have only unit for MADI. They may have only unit for IP, but they can't do the MADI. So this is where our advantage is that basically we can do multiple format of audio and video monitoring into the single unit. Maybe other manufacturers may have a unit which can do only SIMT2110, but they may not be able to add Dante. They may have a separate unit for Dante. They have, may have separate unit for MADI, which could be cheaper. That's fine. But customer want a unit. They want to use with this SIMT2110 with the SPI and MADI into a single unit because it makes sense. Save them rack space and money to actually buy a single unit with multiple. So this is Wohler advantages. We created these IM series with multi-format and multi-standard units that supports different signal into one unit, and this is advantage to the customer. They don't want to spend one unit for just MADI monitoring, another unit for IP, 2110 monitoring, and things like that. So there's a lot of rack space they need, and also money to buy different. So this is our advantage. We can monitor all type of different signal into a single unit. This is advantage to our Wohler units at the moment.
Okay, Aditya, one more question. If we have two devices, Wohler devices, and we have only one SFP, okay, so
Yeah.
can we use the one SFP in both devices if we have license on both devices for
Yeah,
this SFP? Any?
Yes, correct. If you have a license on the both devices for the same, for example, 2110, then you can use it, just plug in and plug on the both units. If you have license on both units, yes.
Okay,
So you can do the
so
same.
these licenses are
multiple
generated on the So licenses are generated on the base only unit serial number, not
Correct.
on serial number of SFP.
Correct. Yeah, it's a unit serial number. Yes, correct. So
Okay.
that's yeah. So if you have a license on the board, the problem is if you have a license for the both unit, it means you have purchased the option for both units. So when you purchase a license, it will come with SFP as well. So
Okay.
in that case, you have two SFPs anyway. You know. So the case for the Reliance, they were asking if they can just buy one SFP, one option, and use it sometime on one unit and sometime the other unit. The problem is they can use one SFP on both units. That's fine, but the license will be only one.
So that means one SFP can be activated in two serial numbers.
No, no, that's no. Basically, you have when you buy option, when you buy a license, then SFP will come together with it.
Yeah.
So if you
So
have,
like we have two units and we have two SFP. We
yeah,
cannot exchange their SFPs. That means.
you can. If you have SFPs license on both of the units, and you have two SFPs, you can exchange. For example, if one SFP has become defective and you have another SFP, you can just plug in another SFP. That way you can use it. If you have license on both units, you can swap them, no problem. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. So that means one SFP can be activated in two serial numbers.
Yes. So, yes. So that's because the license is not dependent on the SFP itself. It's dependent on the machine serial number. So, I mean, if the SFP you can swap with the two units, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah. So SFP, for example, if the
One more question. One more question. If I want to show audio labels of multi inputs, okay, so one channel of HDI and one channel,
yeah,
one audio channel from AES audio. So
yeah,
what is the setting for
yeah.
this unit?
Yeah. So this is that I went just look at the preset management again. So the thing
Okay.
is right now because I on this particular unit I have only 12 GSTI input, nothing else. So I can't show you that feature. But what I can show you is, for example, let's consider this
Okay.
input. Let's consider this input is STI. Okay. Let's
Okay.
consider this input is AES input, and let's consider this input is SIMT 2110. Okay. Here.
Okay.
Okay, we have it here. Okay. So
Okay. 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 Okay.
this is AES. Okay. And
Okay. Okay.
uh, AES. Okay. So you select this input, and this one I want to monitor from AES input. That's fourth channel. Okay.
Okay.
Now the next input is maybe SFP, and it's SIMT 2110 here. See, SIMT 2110. Now this one is from SIMT 2110. Okay. Uh, then this one that was actually, and then the next SFP I have SFP2, and maybe SFP2 has SIMT 2022. Okay, here. Then this is from SFP 2110. So now I have created a preset which can some of the channels are from AES, some of the channels are from STI, and some of the channels are from SIMT 2110. So you have created a mixed preset, and you can just give it a name here. Let's say mix, for example. So you can see.
Okay, now
Mixed,
now
mixed, yeah, 2110, AES, maybe STI. It's a mix basically. So that you create the preset and then save it. So now on the unit, I can see another preset with mix 21. I'll show you here. So that's the preset here. You see another third preset, which the name is like mix 21, something like that. Yeah. So this is how you create the mixed preset. Then on the front, you will be able to monitor the channel from the different inputs. So make use of this panel here. You see, you have different, maybe slot one, the SFP slot one. It is a AES, and then this is SFP. So SFP slot, they may have STI input or simply 2110 or any other inputs, and then SFP2, SFP3, SFP4. All of the SFPs may have some kind of input. So you can just select that and then route the channel from here. So this is how you write the multiple channel, and this is quite unique actually for our monitoring, that you can monitor multiple channel at one time, because most of the unit, you see, you have to select analog, STI, IP, and you can only monitor one format at one time. But these are IM series has a specific unique feature that it's a router, so you can route multiple audio and monitor at the same time. You are monitoring in the front at the same time all the channels. So sometimes the broadcasters have very critical. They want to monitor all the channel at the same time, so they have different unit. One is monitoring STI, the other one is monitoring AES, the other one monitoring simply 2110, because they don't want to switch. It's a live situation, and they want to monitor anything goes wrong and things like that. So in this unit, in a single unit, you can do that. Monitor all of these in the same unit. And this is the panel where you create that here. Is that clear?
yes.
Yeah, and this applies to the IM audio unit that you have on a demo. Same thing.
Okay, I try. I will try.
Yeah, same thing. I think that has a AES input, STI inputs, and analog inputs. So you can try on that one. Yeah. If you have any problem, let me know.
Okay.
Yeah, we can actually maybe do via team viewer. You can connect that unit to a team viewer, and then you give me access, and then
Yes.
if you have any problem, we can go through that as well.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think that almost, unless if there's any questions, we can do that. But as far as let me go through this power. Maybe this is a good time to go through this the whole range of the price list. So as you can see, the IM 12G STI and options, I think we have done that. IM video and options, we have done that. Then we have IM mix and the IM audio 1 and 2. I think almost we have covered that. What are the options? And then we have M216V unit, which is another unit, which is this one here. Data sheet. If I open up the data sheets and IM video M216. So this is another unit. As you can see, it looks similar to the IM video unit, but this is actually only baseband unit. This does analog STI AES, Dolby, 3G, STI. That's it. It does not do MPEG. It does not do IP, SIM 2110, and all that. So this unit is another unit which we still sell. It's an audio and video monitor. It's a good unit actually. So that this one is. IM M216 without E is without Dolby, and M2E16, which is E with Dolby. So you can see the prices and things like that here. And then what are the options? M216 because it has 5 slots. So for example, if you want to add up additional STI inputs, you can add an additional STI inputs here as well. And then AES input, this is based on the license. So basically, when you buy, so these are the options for the M2 series. This is without IP series actually. And then analog input, additional power supply, redundant power supply, DC power. So these are the options for that unit, which is actually this unit. And then we have M116, which is this unit here. This is another unit, also doesn't do IP. This no, sorry, not this one here, M16. This one, this is the 1RU audio video monitoring unit, 16 channel, no IP. This is the 3G STI analog AES input unit. So that's it. So this is the E is with Dolby, and without E is without Dolby. And then if somebody buy with Dolby, without Dolby, and they want to add the Dolby option, they can buy the Dolby option later. So that's 1RU audio and video monitoring unit. Then this is the M116M. M1. And that's a 1RU unit which can monitor only from 3G HDSTI, and you can monitor 16 channels at one time. This is again low cost, 1,995 list. It's a good unit actually for the 16 channel audio monitoring. And then we have M18M, which can actually monitor 8 channel. So it's cheaper than the 16 channels. So M18M. So that has 8 meters in the front. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the price is like 1,600. Let me see here. Yeah, the 16 channel is 2,995, and 8 channel is 1,995. So, but also on this 8 channel unit, if, for example, if you press this button here, see this is 1 to 8. So now you are monitoring from channel 1 to 8 at the same time. And if you press this button, you are monitoring from channel 9 to 16. So eventually you can monitor 16 channel, but 8 channel at one time. So it means 1,000 cheaper than M116, but you can still monitor 16 channel 8 at one time. So sometimes customer has budget issues and things like that. They can. So we have budget for all type of customers. Then these are our legacy M1E8 series, which we still sell. They are actually 8 channel monitors. So M1E8 is with Dolby, and 8 channel of STI, analog, AES, and Dolby monitoring. Then D8 is actually with the Dolby SC3. So 8-channel monitor with analog, AES, STI, and Dolby AC3. This one can monitor Dolby DE and DD+. This one can only monitor Dolby AC3. And then this one is the 8-channel unit, M1S8. If I open up this. So they all look similar. If you look at M1S8 MDA, M1D8 MDA, they all look similar. They're all so this is 8-channel unit. You have 4 and 4, 8 meters. So this can monitor from analog, STI, AES inputs. So if a customer requires analog, AES, STI, all, then they need M1S8 MDA unit. But if they just need, for example, 8-channel, STI, then basically this low-cost M1-8M, and you can see the price difference here. M1-8M is 1995, yeah. But then M1S8 MDA, it's an 8-channel, but because it includes analog and STI as well, then it's 3,495. So it depends, what type of application customer has it, what type of input is that must necessary. Sometimes customers say, I need an analog input as well with the unit. But then when you explain it, you see we have a unit with 8-channel, no analog, just STI, and it's 1,995. And this unit, we have it with analog and AES, but it's 3,495. So if you don't need analog and AES, you just need STI, then M1-8M is good for you. It's much cheaper. So things like that we can, and then M2 series is actually same, but it's a 2RU. So if I open up one of the 2RU units, here. So basically they are 2RU. That's only the difference. The level meters will be bigger, 53 segment level meters. So that's only the difference with the 1RU and 2RU unit. Same thing, E8 is and S8. The only thing is the 2RU. And then this one is again we have a low cost unit, 1,695, and that's this unit here, M1 2 STA. So that's a simple unit which can, customer can monitor from analog, STI, 3G STI, ST, HT, 3G. It's 1,695. The only thing is you can monitor only 2 channels at one time. So again, there are customers with budget issues and things like that. So we always have a lower cost simple units as well. So just keep that when you are talking to the customer or requirements, and things like that. Sometimes customers are stuck. Oh, your M1S8 it's very expensive, but they only need to monitor 2 channels. So in that we can discuss with them the other, M2 STA. That's a cheaper. It's only 1,695, which can do from STA analog AES. So M1 to STA plus is actually the difference between that, as I also explained earlier, is that you see here the M1 to STA without plus will actually come with this input and AES input and output, and it will come with the analog input, which is here. See, that's it. analog input, AES input, and STI input. That's M2 STA, which is 1695. M12 STA plus will include actually the 4 and the 8 analog inputs, these one here, and it will include AES input as well, up to 16 channel, 8 pairs, 16 channel. So that is the difference between M1 2A, which is and plus. The difference, the price you can see is 1695 and 1995. So that's the difference between two units. VMMDA1 is another unit basically, but these units will be becoming end of life soon, because this one and these, it will be replaced by these newer units. Yeah. The price you can see is 195, similar pricing. Just that this one is the older unit. Same features, same functions actually, but this is the older, and eventually it will be replaced by these units. M.DA 106 is just an analog unit. So these will eventually be replaced by these units actually. We still do sell them, we have them, but eventually they will be replaced by M1 series. M2A, this is something which is a 2RU unit with analog inputs. So that's another 1695, and this will be becoming absolute soon. We have a few units left. It will all be replaced by M12 STA. VMQ4, we still sell them. That's it's a nice cheaper unit, 995. No level meters. If I look at here, and the VMQ. So that's a unit, there's no level meters. We still sell them a lot actually in certain applications where they need to monitor 4 channels of analog audio, listen to the 4 channels of analog audio. It's a good cheaper unit. We have them and we still sell them a lot actually, good low cost units. M1 plus is another analog unit with 995, 995 units. So that's plus. As the analog. Here, this one here. So it's another 2 channel. You can monitor actually from 4 channel, but 2 channel at one time, and no level meters. It's a simple unit. We still sell them a lot actually. We do. I have them. That M1A plus. HRS1 unit is actually it's a rack mountable unit. HRS. It's half rack, so people will actually use it with a Tektronix waveform on the one side, because Tektronix waveform some of the units comes in half rack, and then half rack they will use this unit to make it one full one rack unit. So they can combine the Tektronix and audio monitor waveform and audio monitor in the same unit. So still we sell them. There's a requirement for these units as well. So, and then comes the these rack mount units for the audio video monitoring units. But I think since we don't have BIS certificate for the India market, so it's difficult to sell there. But if you are working, any projects outside of India, then you can obviously look at these units in those projects basically. So they are all on the website here by the video monitoring solutions and rack, and so we have single monitor, dual monitors. This is dual 7-inch and all types of video monitoring as well. So, but as I said, we only have BIS certificate for the RM2443 for India right now. So you can try to sell this unit. So this is 3 screens, 4 screens, dual 7-inch screen, dual 10-inch screens, single 17-inch. Rack mount, TT is tabletop, RM is rack mount, 4K, 32-inch 4K monitor. This is a quad 4-screen monitor with the 4 inputs and showing you like a little multi-viewer. So those are with the video monitors as well. So you can absorb all of this. If you have any questions, you can always let me know. But this covers all the range. So if you have any questions now or later, please do let me know.
Yeah, right now I don't have any question. You have cleared everything. But if any question arrive later, I will contact you. And I have one more request. Please send us the recorded video, the
Yes,
video you are recording. Yeah, from V transfer, because now almost like it will be a very big video. So
it is.
you
Yeah. let me
use
see
you,
how I can
yeah,
deal with that.
V transfer.
Yeah. Let
Yeah,
me see if
no,
how big
you
it
can
is.
also send that video from V transfer. It will be very easier for us to download.
Okay, all right. We
Yeah.
can look at that option.
So now let's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for your time.
So let's wind up this web.
Yes. So thank you very much again for your time, and let's let's sell it now. Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
And if you have any questions, anything, you can let me know anytime. So we can take it from there, and hopefully we can get that Reliance order soon. It looks like they do need that soon actually.
Yeah, it's in. They are very interested to purchase Wohler because they are already using Wohler unit. Uh, their technical department, Sultan Singh, is very positive with Wohler. So we are like expecting.
Yes, I think I've been actually when Sultan was working. I think he was working in Dish TV or that. So I have been in communication with him before as well. So I know him before.
So he is very familiar with the Wohler products. So he was very like positive with this. So I don't think so. We have like get very difficult to sell this.
Yeah, and the thing is also is that basically, there's no competition for which you can do the Dolby, the STI, and MPEG monitoring, Dolby Atmos, 12G STI. We don't have much competition right now to this unit, which you can do all of them in a single unit actually. So that's a good point right now.
Yes. So I am in contact with now Sultan as well as Sangeeta also. So they are like they said like the file is moving to final stage. If their final higher authority approve this pricing, so they will release the purchase order.
Good, good. Yeah, so hopefully that comes in April, and that will be good.
Yeah. Yes.
Um, all right, thank you,
Okay. Thank you.
everyone, and
Thank you.
yeah, we can
Yes.
catch up again. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye everyone. Thank you.
Bye. Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.